Bum 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 ba da ba ba da. Okay, should be this one. Let's go channel. Oh, come on, tablet, load up. This is pretty much half time, so we can button this off, I suppose. That's also charged, that's all good. Okay.
Back in black. I hate to say.
The fuck's going on with this?
Yeah, I'm just doing some background music while we're waiting for Alex.
Oh, now it's loaded up, sorry. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, we're good. Live chat. Okay.
There we go.
Hello everybody and welcome to round 16 of Rapid Pixel Racing. We are tonight we are at Spain. I am your host Dixty Nevo. Obviously with me is Dixty Hobo. How are you, my friend?
Woo woo. Very good, man. Very good. Looking forward to Spain without the S.
That's literally what this place is, isn't it? Really. So, hello to Mrs. Carl. Nice to have you here. Let's see who's gone out first. Let's get the old maps up and stuff. We want to see this.
Scotty out
And
first.
it is Scotty out first, so we'll stay on board with old Scotty.
Though, so I think it looks like it's a full quali still because it's got Q1. So I'm assuming it's full quali still.
Yes, it must be. It must be. Usually they go to short quali, but this time they've decided to stick it out with the full quali, which
People could
nothing
be
wrong with
coming in
that.
late as well, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Let's have a look at tyre choices. That would identify what they're doing really as well. Okay, a couple of wet runners. So Moylan's on wets, Rob's on wets.
Can we get a weather check for the sessions if anyone's about?
Oh, weather check! Oh, weather check!
Weather check, mate. The tyres literally take up so much space. How does a little symbol take up so many spaces? It's because it's got the laps as well, man.
Yeah,
Just put the laps in the graphic, man. Like seriously, instead of S, right? 1, 0, 3. Like you don't. Anyone that watch Formula 1, man, you know that the reds are soft. Like if you don't know that, then you shouldn't be watching this, should you? Really?
I still think they should have an option where you're making a character, you pick the name and stuff. That you can have abbreviated name, so you can have a 3-letter abbreviation, and then when we're on here, we can press square, and then we can flick along to see.
Yeah, like you can on Gran Turismo, you can see the online name or by PSN or by online name,
or by abbreviation, and then we can just know. Eventually, you'll get used to it,
Exactly, it would make so much more sense.
There's so much I could do with this game, but we'll wait and see.
There's a lot they could do. I mean, even Gran Turismo, it's flawed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like how you can't see at the end and have the results pop up and stuff. But hey, anyway, we've got Scotty there coming around turn 12 into 13.
But a fairly clean lap so far.
Turns 14 and 15 here for Scotty. Now on the power around turn 16, and then on to the straight. And this is going to be his first time lapped of the day, and it is a 1:17.5. So not too bad lap from there from Scotty. I feel like a 1:17.5 could be enough. I think he's fine for that.
Well, obviously, at the moment, it's 50. It's definitely enough at the moment because you can set
a 15
minute time.
We're about to see Shimona 1:18.4. Who else we got coming around?
I think it's Moylan on
McLaren.
wets.
So it's Moylan on wets. So it could be embarrassing for somebody though if he beats him.
That is very true, but I doubt anyone's going to beat him.
Well, yeah, he's only got 8 seconds left. So,
we were saying it the other day actually because we did it. We did a couple of races in TTFL where we were safe going through kind of thing because there was a lot of quali bans and stuff.
Yeah,
and it didn't make no sense how a tyre with more grip does this, slides.
Yeah.
These are essentially road tyres.
It's because they're so soft though, aren't they? They're just so soft. You can't put the power through them like you can with other rubber, I guess. So 137.1 for Moylan. Don't think he's well. I mean, to be fair, everybody's safe.
Rob spun on his one though, so he doesn't want a DNF though.
Oh,
is he stuck?
Gosh. He looks stuck.
He's stuck. He's beached it.
How has he managed that?
He's disqualified. He got beached.
How?
He got beached.
I've never seen someone get beached.
Yeah, I have. It happened to Jake Rand Spa. He got beached. Look, he's actually properly stuck.
Even the computer can't get him out.
So he'll be out.
Wow. So DXT, Rob Sim Racer. Then we've got DXT Lulu. Lulu.
Yeah, DXT Lulu 669. Very mature. Oh yeah, he's in the pits at the moment. Who else we got? Booker Broncos out.
The question is Chubb going to make it through, or is he going to disqualify himself? He's not had the best qualifying sessions the last few races. It's not fallen very well from him. So, Rob, disqualified for getting beached. Fuck it. Yeah. How did you even manage to get beached, Rob? Like, I don't think it's just one of those things. I think
it's a very rare occurrence.
One of those, rare occurrence.
Yeah,
which unfortunately
the word I'm looking for.
You were fallen victim to.
Yeah, Jake got it round Spa. Do you know the long left-hander in Spa?
Oh,
he got beached on that. He got
really?
disqualified, yeah.
Okay. Here we have Chubb now coming around turn 9.
Also, this will be the first time, potentially, Booker is going to out-qualify Moylan.
It's possible. I mean...
Well, Booker's on the softs, I would assume so.
Well, yeah,
Booker probably go in reverse and do better than 137.
That's it. Who'd have thought the wets wouldn't have grip in the dry? I know, right? It just makes no sense, mate.
Although it was close. 123.
That's not close, is it, though?
It's not far away.
Closer than it should be.
Yeah.
Chubb there with the 17.7. Now, Chubb, just don't get disqualified, alright? Don't crash out. Yeah, don't beach it. So we've got Carl coming out the pits, Lulu's in the pits. Anyone else out doing another lap? Booker's still going. Booker's currently up 2 tenths up. So I don't know if anyone. Do you ever watch the what is it? Is it a PSGL? Is that the other racing league?
PSGL. No.
So
are you on board with GTC at the moment?
No, Booker Bronco.
Why
what's GTC doing?
Nothing, but I'm just seeing the say. I don't know. I'm confused.
I'm on board with it now.
Am I watching the same stream? I am. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh wow, you had 2 of your stream up. Of course.
Yeah, I was like, why are we watching the same thing all the time? There we
go. So yeah, anyway, I was watching PSGL. Moylan might watch PSGL. I was watching the PC when you have like the esports players like Barry Boromond, Jarno Upmere, Nicholas Longley, stuff like that. And it was America, and I was watching that, and it was quite a good race. Jarno Upmere went for a bit of an alternate strategy, and he proper fully sent up the inside of I think it was Nicholas Longley. And the guy Longley put a clip in against him. I mean, it was kind of one of those like Jarno was up the inside, and he kind of turned in on him in a sense. But basically Jarno Upmere didn't get a penalty for it, and then like 2 people left. 2 of the esports players left the league because of it, because of a steward's decision. But it was nice to see that the pettiness doesn't go away, no matter what level of this game that you're at. Like it was one of those. It was kind of like a bit of a 50-50 racing incident. Like the guy could have given Jarno. I mean, Jarno had to be aggressive because he wanted to win, right? So he was aggressive. The other guy could have given him more space, and he didn't. But it was kind of a racing incident. I don't know how it got deemed. I just know that Jarno, I think it got deemed a racing incident actually. I can't remember what it said on Twitter. But I was watching. I was just thinking that's just sort of pettiness that you see in like a normal Formula 1 league. But it was nice to see that even the esports people were like, nah. That's too much, I'm leaving it. Crap decision, crap stewards. It was funny to see.
So what you're saying is there's 2 spaces for the esports league, yeah?
On PC. They fill them up. PSG was probably the biggest one in it.
Yeah.
But
I'll have to check
not for long. Not for long when Rapid Pixel overtakes them. Big boys. We've definitely got. I watch it. Well, I don't watch. To be fair, I don't watch a lot of other ones. Every now and then, I put a stream on. And it's not until you get to like when you're watching esports races where the racing's just close in general because the gaps are so close. But in terms of actually like exciting racing, Rapid Pixel is definitely the best one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like for exciting racing and stuff that happens, it's definitely up there. And even like when I'm watching other streams, like obviously I listen to the commentary because obviously that's what I do, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, could we do better, sort of thing. And there are a lot of shocking commentators out there. Like the one I watched from PSGO on PC, the commentators were actually okay. Like it was at that they weren't too bad actually. They were quite good. But there's a lot who have some. It's like crap racing and crap comms. And it's just like, how is this so big?
Well, hang on a second. Chubb's got beach as well. No, I saw Chubb's been in the same-ish area. I thought he was beached, but no. Yeah, no, do you know what? It's very rare to get two commentators as good as us, man. What can I say? Humble isn't the word in my vocabulary, unfortunately. But no, it is good. I love commentating. I said if the game was better, or like, you know, an opportunity come up for us to do it professionally, like I'm gone. I'm not gone from like, you know, from this, but I'm taking it.
If what happens, sorry?
If they offered us a professional, you know, actual professional job where we get paid like decent money to do commentary.
Oh, got you. In other news, does anyone follow snooker?
Ish. Actually.
So, I don't really follow snooker. It's not something I ever used to watch, but then I started watching it more recently. The last maybe like 8 to 10ish years, because when you start watching other things, you start finding out like actually there's a lot of skill involved in this shit. And some of the shots they play to snooker, it's more like the shots they play. It's one of those weird things, right? Like, I used to hate people like doing like taking people down in like UFC and stuff. I'm like, this is boring. I want to see someone get knocked out. And then when I've done like a few, like, you know, 7 lessons of jiu-jitsu, nothing major at all, and I realised the effort and how hard it is. So now when I watch UFC, I have like when I see people doing it, I'm like, that's actually incredible. And it's same with snooker. Like I watch snooker and I was like, oh, this is a bit boring. But then when you get older, you actually just look at what's happening and you understand it more. You're like, fuck me, that's an incredible shot. So anyway, to cut with that, Ronnie O'Sullivan has just equaled the record 7 titles. So it's also one of those things, right? Like when someone's big play, it's like I don't like golf, but I always kind of like to see how Tiger Woods is doing. Like Ronnie O'Sullivan's like the Tiger Woods of snooker in that sense, right? So I always like to see how he's doing. But yeah, claims record equaling 7th World Snooker Championship, 18-13 win over Judd Trump. Considering Judd Trump brought that back massively in the afternoon today, it was like 14-11 at the last break.
Yeah.
Comes back to a win 18-13, so fair play to him.
Well, funny enough, me and DX Anthony were playing PGA golf years ago, and like we were like, oh, this is sick, oh, this is brilliant. Like we got right into golf, right? Because don't get me wrong, golf is a fucking good sport. Yeah. And then my granddad, I do like a bit of golf. But anyway, my granddad then went to me, oh, do you want to come play? Well, we're going golf actually on the weekend because we were talking about it. And we're like, we're playing golf on Saturday. Do you want to come? I was like, yeah, Joe, we're going to go. This will be sick. Golf is fucking hard.
I've been to a driving range before. One of my mates.
Driving range is on fire. It's
like back at school was like, do you want to play golf? I was like, mate, I have never played golf in my life. I don't even like it. He goes, oh, it's fine at a driving range. I was like, all right. And it's weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we go to Top 11 quite a lot. Which is Top 11? We go to Top Golf, which is in Chigwell.
Playing the old football game. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, because this is literally right past my nan's house, like Top 11. I keep saying top golf, and like it is a lot of fun. But my shots, like when you're watching people doing it, like professional, not professionally, but like who are good at golf, and they're like pinging these balls exactly point blank where they want to go. And I can get some range on a drive. Don't get me wrong, I can hit a drive, but the location of where that ball's going to go afterwards, there's no comprehension. It will go left, it will go right, it will go. There's nowhere near I want it to go.
Yeah.
It goes anywhere but backwards, basically.
Yeah, I was super shit. Like I don't know. I feel like I can't remember exactly. Like it was years ago. But I used to. I'd be swinging, I'd be hitting. I think twice I hit the floor with the old fucking
with
the thingy club. And the club. That's the one. And I was just like, okay, it was just weird. I don't know if it helped. I don't know if it didn't help. I don't know like if they size like golf clubs up to like height.
This is the problem I had
because my mate is like, well, back then. I mean, I wasn't as tall as I was back then, but I wasn't much shorter. I was probably still like 6'2", maybe 6'1" at like 16, right? And he was probably about 5'8", and he gives me the clubs which he like got for himself, and I'm thinking, it felt like a giant. I was like holding like a toy golf club.
Yeah, no, I had the
in
same
a sense,
thing.
and I was like, are these size? Like, I don't know. It's like, if this standard size, I'd be breaking my back playing professional golf if these like the given size.
But I went golf with my granddad. Like, my intention was to get my own clubs because I wanted to get my own clubs, and like he went, "No, don't worry, we'll just share mine." I was like, "Oh, okay, we'll share yours. They're golf clubs," and I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. And when I went to Top Golf as well, I was like, "Do you have longer clubs?" You know.
Yeah.
And there you go. Speedy said they do golf clubs by your height. There you go.
Oh well, so there you go. That explains a lot. Like, I'd be willing to retry golf if I had clubs for my size.
We should go. I reckon me, you, and Josh. We should go. We should go for a round of golf. We'll stream it.
Yeah. Live stream.
Oh, James is retired on track. Naughty.
I mean, I'm down to try some golf. Like, if I'm playing with you and Josh, I could do it. I don't know what else I'd like to do as well. I feel like there's another. Like, I feel like one thing actually I need to get back into is fishing. Love fishing. We max with the 118.2 there. Have you ever been fishing, Obo?
When I was a kid, yeah, but it's
Mate,
not.
I love fishing. Fishing's the most chill thing ever, man.
Pike fishing, I've been.
See, I've never been pike fishing. I've only just done like normal fishing for like carp and the catfish and things like
that. Okay. Do you know how much I'm looking at the TaylorMade Steel Plus driver? Have a guess how much that costs.
Sorry, for what? A TaylorMade driving?
Yeah, it's called, the company's called TaylorMade. TaylorMade Stealth Plus driver.
Mate, clubs are fucking expensive. Well expensive too.
For one driver? Have a guess, come on.
800 quid.
No, okay, just under half, or over half, 500 quid.
Yeah, no. This is like a couple of my friends are into golf, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, one of my mates got well into it, like going like every single weekend, and he was just like spending. He's like, I just brought a new club. I'm like, oh yeah. He goes, yeah, I'm a bit skinny at the moment. It cost me like 800 quid. I'm like, sorry, for what? He goes, for a golf club. I was like, you must be on crack, mate.
I know that Lulu plays golf. I'm pretty sure Lulu plays golf.
I'm getting into golf. I'm still awful. Yeah, that's what Lewis said. Moyland, I played one round of golf and it was one of the worst days of my life. Yeah, see, I just don't think.
Oh, okay, you know what?
I just don't know if I like it.
DXT golf. Well, actually, all of us will go. We'll all meet up. We'll do a full 18. We'll bring someone to film. We'll stream it live. We'll just fucking crack on the whole 18.
And then Rob said, a couple times I've been to the driving range. First time managed to take out the waitress and a full tray of drinks when the ball hit the bar beside my bay and went backwards, a bit like my driving. Oh. See, this is the thing, man. Like, I reckon I would cause some severe damage to everyone but myself playing golf.
Look, when I was younger,
then Lulu just asked the missus for a whole new set for my birthday. She better deliver. Mate, a whole new set's not going to help you, bro.
When I used to go, like when I was younger, I used to go chip and putt. And chip and putt, you basically have a chipping wedge and a putter. And so you do a full 18. They're still like decent length. They're not like obviously a 400 yarder to the hole and shit. But obviously I was younger, I was smaller, and I was decent at it. I was actually pretty decent. My mates played golf quite regularly. I was actually quite good. But I think, yeah, like I said, I think the height is a big thing with it. And I didn't realise that the height was affected the golf clubs, which made a lot of sense why I couldn't. Because I'm not to like sound like I'm like a twat, but I've had golf lessons as a kid. Like my dad we went to Scotland for like a week on holiday, when my uncle lives in Scotland, and like we was there. We'd be there for like 6 weeks, throughout the whole 6 holidays, and we'd go about, I think, at 3 months of the year we'd be in Scotland. So I had golf lessons, and I was actually like I was trained to play golf, and I was decent. Okay. But yeah, now I'm 6 foot, and I didn't realise that the clubs had that much of an effect with the height. I'm just having a look at a standard.
Well,
what's this?
Now we do. I would never purchase a set of clubs for myself. Like, that's just I could never like golf that much. But I'd happily go out there with a few mates So anyway, qualifying 1 is over, and obviously the only person that we have lost is Rob for getting beached and being disqualified. Everyone else, you see, everyone else in the top 10 all on soft tyres. So you got McDutchface, Avi, Scotty, Chubb, Erez, Wumax, Shimon, GGC, Carl, and Booker, all on the soft tyres. And then you've got Moylan, James Al, Al-Jadifa, and Lulu, all on the wets there. They're still making it through because there was only 15 in the first place, and obviously Rob made it easier for them. So
Best
there we go.
clubs for tall 6-foot men.
Oh gosh, that's a bit weird in the old
that's his porn.
Google, innit?
That's his porn.
Isn't it? Yeah. Whoa.
That's porn.
Oh, that's the wrong site.
Just bookmark that for later.
Yeah. Save to favourites. Pin tab.
Do I want to get notifications when they get new videos? Yes.
Yes.
I must laugh so much. I'm such a child. And I've got a child on the way, so that's worrying.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. That's easy.
I say Alex has got a child, so it's kind of worse for him to laugh at that.
Yeah, still don't matter.
Oh, do you know what? Change. Okay, no, but again, off subject a little bit. I just ordered a spoiler for my car.
Have you?
Yeah, getting a little spoiler for it.
Yeah, one of them.
My car's gonna have 2 spoilers. My car's gonna look like the car out of Cars. So it's got like 7 spoilers all up in the air. Oh,
that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, like the DJ. My car's gonna look like DJ from Cars. Yo, DJ, we got ourselves another.
So who's out first? Not James Al. McDutchface is out first. So I'll go with McDutchface. So now on the medium tyre to see what everyone's kind of gone for at the start. So got Booker on the softs on his outlap. You've got Simon, Carl, James Al. Obviously James Al. Actually no, he didn't use a set of softs, did he? So he'll be on a fresh set of softs for this outlap this time. Moylan on a set of mediums. And then you've got McDutchface, Erez, Chubb, Weemax, Avi, Lulu, Scotty, all on mediums as well. For their outlap. Booker Broncos left the session. Hopefully he'll get back in soon.
Left is twice left now already. Oh, get the cloves as well, Alex. We can get the cloves as well.
Yeah, like
golf stuff. I'm generally like I would genuinely do this, you know. I would love to be able to go out and play a round of golf. Now I think now I'm in dad mode. I need a dad sport to play. I think golf's quite a good dad sport.
Nah, mate, fishing.
Fishing's a good dad sport.
Of course it is.
When I call it a sport though, when they get attacked by old fishermen. But I wouldn't call it a sport. I'd call it like what's that? Baby Daddy, yeah, maybe take little Daddy to golf.
I could maybe bring Olivia to golf. Fishing, sorry. The good thing about right with fishing, right? If the kids are pissing you off, you just throw them in the lake. So, like with golf, you can't just throw them in the hole. You've just got to be like, oh, come on in, back on the caddy. But in fishing, just lob them in there. Go on in, you catch some fish barehanded.
This? I'm interested to see this set actually. Choose hand. I'm right-handed. Black and yellow, black and yellow. But it doesn't tell you how tall they are. That's the annoying thing. But I don't think you can order them online to have it actually. I think you'd have to go in store and get them.
Yeah, you probably have to go in store for that.
They're expensive. I didn't know they're that expensive, you know.
That's one thing why I wouldn't want to get into golf, man. I could not spend that much money on golf. I'm looking to get a new rig for like Christmas time, so there's no chance I'm spending hundreds of pounds on something else. One with a 117.5 on the mediums, that's a really good time on the mediums.
Talking about golf,
118.0
reminds me of like the Top Gear episode where he's better off, fucking getting a racing license and getting a little shitty car and racing that every week. Like that would be fun. I'd like to do, but I don't think Lexi would let me do that. A lot of times coming in now as the guys are crossing the line on board with GGC.
Simona 118.4 on the softs. Scotty Harris 118.0 on the mediums. So some good times here. Scotty McDutchface 118.0. Chubb with a 118.7 on the mediums.
Where are you, Speedy? Why aren't you here?
It's raining on my screen.
That's why they've come out so quick.
So that's why they're all out right now, and that also means that everyone that set these times on mediums is that's actually a blinder. It's worked out a treat.
Al Jadifa now is going to do the same thing, but he's quite far behind. But it's only spitting, so.
I'll tell you what, I think someone that it's only spitting, but is James going for it on this lap because he's not? James can actually. I mean, I don't know. What's Al Jadifa going to do? James
does normally what he does he does a he does rest lap.
Yeah, and then goes again, and he'll have to go again here. I think it's still dry enough at the moment for him. I'm just thinking with the rain coming in, he's currently sitting in 10th. So it wouldn't surprise me if someone pipped him there, and if it rains too heavy and he can't find the time, like he's backing off now, look. But that could be dangerous to do.
The thing is, everyone else behind is. It'd be difficult for him to beat it, I suppose, in the rain. Al Jadifa doesn't improve because of what we're 120.0. So
yeah, but that's on medium top. But that's not far off, though, is it? Only 8/10 off. That's not that bad.
Let me check with Mr. Carl. Also, I've noticed. Where's Mrs. Carlton? Oh, here she is. Hi, guys. Hi, Mrs. Carl.
Yeah, she's there.
She's been very quiet in the chat today.
So, Mrs. Carl, regarding your T-shirt, I'm going to bring a Sharpie back from my workplace. I'm going to have to bring a couple of Sharpies back, but I haven't looked what colour your top is. And I don't want to bring back like a fucking red pen and it be red, that wouldn't work. So I'm going to have to find like a darkish pen, maybe a purple. I think I've got purple. And then I shall sign it and send it to Hobo.
With the pen. Please send the pen.
What? Fuck off!
Oh, what do you mean? Same thing, I ain't got no Sharpies.
Well, you go down to the fucking shop, don't you?
Your top's white.
Your top? Okay, her top's white. Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa,
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna throw some smoke at Rob a little bit. So, Rob, when you're commentating, it's the funniest thing to listen to, right? As Carl is sort of, what is he doing? But like, I was watching him the other day, like, and it was obviously watching him during my race, and someone had a massive crash in the race. And Rob's talking like this, and we can see him going around now. Oh, and he's crashed, and he's out. And it was so calm. Whereas me and you, we see half a spin, and we're going, oh no!
Because we put our all into it, Hobo. Yes, that's why.
That's my
point, care, Rob. Hobo.
Care more, Rob.
Okay, so her top's white, so I can kind of pick whatever colour. I'll find my freshest, newest Sharpie for you, Miss Moyland.
You
ain't get the fucking pen, Hobo.
And I'll have to too. So I'll go fucking buy the same pen.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, I'll just send you the pen, man. Sorry, I didn't pay for it anyway.
I'll give it back to you. I'm not going to keep it.
It's just... But the thing, it's a fucking Sharpie. It doesn't even matter. I was just thinking.
That's what I need to be so tight over a Sharpie, you prick.
It's the principle behind it, alright, Hobo? It's not the value, it's the principle.
I need to copy what you do as well. That's what I need to have a look what you do, and we go, okay, so he did it.
I'm gonna do it in a text. You'll never have to copy it. My comm skills are nowhere near your level. I'll have a skinful on Friday, so I'll be properly passionate. Come on, Rob.
Actually, we do it, Rob. So Carl now, can he beat a 120.6? And it's now getting to the point where it's going to be a really wet track now. I don't think he'll get anywhere near it now, and he's not 121.0. So that is the all, I think, for the dryers. Max is going round still. I think he's coming in though. Yeah, he is. GGC's on an out lap on mediums. Can he improve? I do think everyone's safe now. Is it getting wetter? Is it going to dry up?
So Moylan said that it's getting wetter, but it's still dry. Inters are still 8.5 seconds slower, so people can still improve on their current times right now. So I don't think.
What's the difference between the fresh softs and the fresh obviously the fresh softs?
I don't think Q2 is going to be affected. I don't think it's going to be affected too much. But however, when you've got to like the times of everyone that's already put on the board, it's going to be hard to get to that level. So people like 9th and 10th, the 119, 19.2, I think are probably the only ones where they could be beaten. But if you go out on softs, I think you might be okay setting that possibly.
That's sort of a video that Jake said. There's no passion. There's no aggression.
Yeah.
That's Rob.
If Rob says it, there's no passion, no aggression. Absolutely nothing going on right now. Oh my days, that car's just blown up.
No, that's too much excitement in your voice.
Yeah, I thought I peaked up too high, didn't I, to start that? Sorry.
I'm excited what's up. You guys will have to do 2 videos for signing it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll do 2 videos. I'm not even sure what video I'm going to do now. Because my video plan was all for like me and Hobo being here, but it doesn't really work.
Well, I said I'm off. I could try and work something out when I'm down this week or something. I'm off for a week. Well, no, not in the week, but I'm saying I'm off Saturday. Maybe go after. Yeah. Why are you going to Primark on Saturday? 1 second. Why are you going to Primark on Saturday? Yeah, but we've got a week. I'm off for a week. We can go in the week. We'll go in the week. So yeah, the benefit I can come around Saturday.
Well, if you can come around Saturday, we can do it Saturday.
Yeah. Then you can keep your precious pen. Oh.
You can't use it either, Hobo. You best turn up with the pen, mate. I'm gonna sign it, mate, and bin it. I'm literally gonna snap it. Oh, I've done it.
Bring your own pen.
It'd be live stream like, bring your own pen, Hobo, bang.
Fuck's sake. What party? Oh, fuck the party.
What party?
I've got a party to go to. Nah.
Fuck off, you got a party to go to?
No, you're too pregnant. Nah, definitely not.
Lexi, you need to let me see my child one more time.
Alex said he's got to see his child before it's born one more time.
Exactly, just once more.
When she goes into labour, you can see it all the time, she said.
Nah, I've done that before. Boring!
Oh, God. Rob's Brooker Bronco says a 122.7, which is good enough for 14th, aka last. I think I should get this pen as a souvenir if you signed it.
This is fucking ridiculous, mate. I'm being extorted for a fucking Sharpie.
I guess you're not watching the football anymore, are you?
No, it's turned off for now. I was going to be back on. There it is. Come on, Ronaldo.
There's a clue there.
Ronaldo.
He finally got his pen.
Yeah.
He got a pen.
No, you know, I'll tell you what. What kind of colour pen would you like us to sign it in, Miss Moyland? I'll have a look at my Sharpie collection. Like,
Lewis is taking the new track layout route.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, practice him for the next game.
You watch, she comes out with like gold glitter or some shit that we have to go out and buy.
There generally is no gold pen in there. I got like this. I mean,
what, a Sharpie don't do a gold pen?
No, they do. But I brought like I need a Sharpie to write in the boxes, right? So the main ones I've used are like the darker colours because that's what goes over a red box. Okay, so I've got loads of Sharpies, but they're all colours. There's like pinks, yellows, maybe some oranges, some purples. And stuff like that, but I don't have a gold one. Nah, I don't have a white one. There was some black pens. Actually, was there? No, there wasn't a white one. Yeah, no, there's not a white one. There was black which I used, but they're run out. And then I was using the purples and like the dark blues because they just go black over that sort of thing anyway. And then just brown as well.
We can see what design she's got as well. Once you see I can see the design properly because I can check it out on the.
You probably find out what she ordered. Yeah.
I can have a look what she ordered.
But I know her first name.
I'm still pissed about that, by the way. I still don't fucking know. Can I find that from spreadsheet? Can I find out?
Depends if you can see the delivery address.
I don't think so, because I'm like a middleman, isn't it, really?
So, with a minute and a half left of this session, obviously it's getting wetter and wetter. So, although Al Jadifa is slightly up still, but he does need to find a little bit more time.
I say it's a DXD logo in that. Oh, I think
so. Al Jadifa could be the one maybe.
I know her address, ish. I know the postcode, but I don't know the name.
Hey, I know her name.
Where the fuck?
I'm intrigued to see what Al Jadifa is going to do. Is he gonna? Oh no, he's lost it. No, last corner. Well,
I'm over Carl.
Yeah, Al Jadid for second to last corner. He was up on his time. He could have possibly nipped that 10th place off for James Al. Well, everyone's obviously still in the pits. Here's Carl, but Carl's half a second down. And Carl needs to find quite a bit of time.
Can you check Discord?
Can I check Discord for what?
No, because can you check Discord?
Yeah, why?
Okay, cool. No, I'll show you what the top she's ordered. It might give you an idea what pen to
use.
Well,
I've got it here, mate. I could just open it if I really wanted to.
Yeah, no, we don't
it's literally in my cupboard.
David Daniels one. He's gonna be wearing.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna wear it. Babe Danny, why Babe Danny want my signature? I'll sign him.
No, we'll just get Alex.
I'll sign his chest.
Get Alex to sign it.
What, sign Babe Danny? You're gonna get his signature on the alimony checks.
Yes, it. Oh, no, I'm not paying for two. Fuck you. What should we sign it? Are we signing it Neva? Are we signing it like? No, you can't sign it Danny. That is not your name. You got to sign it Hobo. That's your name.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Hobo.
I could sign it Alex or Neva though.
Well, I think it depends.
I'd just sign it Neva probably.
I say I think we can do like gamer tags and then and name underneath it. All right, so quickly run down the top 10. DXD Moyland, Scotty, McDutchface top for your top 3. Abby's in 4th, Shimon in 5th, Wumax in 6th, 7th is Chubb, 8th is Erez, 9th is GGC, and 10th is James Al. Saying goodbye to Lulu, Al Jadid, Carl, and Booker. Hey, look at that. Perfect, mate.
So, at the party on the weekend, we invented a new game to play. And you've got to bear in mind, right, we're all like late 20s, 30, like early 30s, with maybe a couple people like older than that, right? And it's basically just involves a balloon, right? You knock a balloon up, and then you call someone's name to be the next person to hit it up in the air. It's savage. It's extreme. People are diving all over the place to try and stop this balloon hitting the floor. We're all like 30-year-old people doing this. Like if you're kids, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's cool, but it's like extreme balloons. It's absolutely savage. Like people are bruised. People are bruised,
You're
man.
Right,
like I woke up with a lump on my arm with a bruise. Like I bruised like my chest a little bit. You can't probably see it, but like if I press on it, that hurts. My knees, like it was absolutely savage. I was diving over fucking. You seen Josh's like some of the stuff in the garden. Like he's got like this big plant thing. I was diving over that, diving over the seating outside. Like we were diving inside through doorways. It's absolutely savage.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking fun though. But the fact that we're all just 30-year-olds doing it, it's just like.
I think it's one of the games you got to be drunk. So again, these back to.
Well, yeah, that's true.
These guys are going out on softs again.
Well, it's still not that wet. Like it's wet, but it's not wet. If you get me. Like.
James Al's come out.
James Al's forgotten his helmet.
He's got his helmet.
He's gonna love the old rain in his eyes there.
He looks terrified, doesn't he? His eyes are wide.
We run out on soft still. So we've got McDutchface on the pits and inters. So you'll see. Oh, Chubb's on an lap on inters. Everyone would be Wimax. So I'm going to say McDutchface and Wimax are checking the times. See when they're going, because you might find that these people on softs, by the time they actually get to their lap, the crossover is it's time for inters. But if they get this lap in on softs, it could be a good lap. So. It could be quite hard. We'll have to wait and see what they kind of do. Who's the first to come round? Is it McDutchface or is it a James?
It's a James.
It's a James. Okay, so we'll jump on board with James on these soft tyres. Yeah, that's true.
Which is a clear sign of dry enough.
It's still dry enough. I mean, it's kind of wet on the track, but not wet enough. So here we go. Into turn 1 now for James. Really steady though through turn 2. You want to stay off that curb. That'll spin you out even on a driest of tracks. Around this long ass turn 3 before this short little straight to turn 4.
Keeping it very clean at the moment, but he's getting caught by Moylan's, but I think he's taking it easy.
Yeah, well, you got to take it easy because it's very, very slippery out there. You can tell.
Lock up there as well.
Yeah, around turn 5 on the rundown. This is the little left-hand kink, turn 6 into 7 and 8 right here.
Horrible corner.
Nice and slow. Yeah, I mean, that corner sucks so bad. And then this long turn 9.
He's in 5th there, so normally that's a 6.
That's it. Let's go down a little bit slower. And on the run down now to turn 10.
Again, a bit lock up on the front left. It's okay though, still okay, still DRS, so 11, it's still dry enough. Sweeping corner, another one where you can easily spin.
Turn 12, that's it. And now here we go, getting into the bit that's going to be changed for next year's game. Turn 13 into 14. Moylan's caught him up quite a bit on this lap.
Yeah, I imagine Moylan's going to be a lot faster.
Turn 16. Yeah.
It's going to get a 126.9.
Moylan's and then we're going to see Moylan a 125. Nice, about a second. I feel like Moylan backed out at the end. He was really close and then just like backed off. GGC's invalidated. Scotty a 128.1, but that's invalidated. 7-1 from Avi. Okay.
Alright, who we got next? GGC is validated.
Invalidated. So what's Dutchface doing? Dutchface would be someone interesting to see.
128.5.
Oh, he's invalidated though.
Chubb.
Inter's 128.1. Okay.
He's beaten a soft runner there, so this shows you.
Shimon has slower, so still.
Oh, someone's off. It's Avi. Avi's spun.
Yeah, there he is. That's around turn 3. Easy to do if you get caught out there, to be honest.
Spun, is it? James out? No, James has to get out of the way. So who is next? Scotty?
Max.
Scotty's on softs. Dutchface.
Yeah, so it'll be Scotty again. Yeah.
He must have run out of fuel like he did in GT7. Oh, don't. Guys, if you... Oh, you don't know, Alex. You weren't there.
What happened?
So basically, right, so we... DRS is disabled now. It is now too wet for DRS, which is normally the crossover point. Okay, so GT7. It's the new league run by Nevo himself inside the TTFL banner. Yeah. So... We're doing our race. The fuel strategies, everyone was changing a little bit, so a bit more of an aggressive strategy, which meant more pit stops and stuff like that. So,
7.9 there from Scotty, not too shabby.
Fuel was a bit up and down with people as we were going along. Last few laps, I was being chased by Mrs. Carl. Made a mistake because of my tyres were getting a bit worn, and due to pit, I thought, I'll just stay out anyway. So spun. Mr. Moylan overtook me, so I now chased down Mrs. Moylan. And I got lapped by Mr. Moylan. And I was like, oh, okay, do you know what? I'm already on like fuel 3, 2 or 3. I can start pushing now. I've been lapped. I'm a lap down. Switched it up into 1. I'm now chasing down Mrs. Carl, getting closer and closer and closer. On the last lap, I am right behind her as I overtake Moylan, who's run out of fuel. I looked down at my fuel. I was 0.3. So I had to slam on my brakes to get lapped. So I don't have to go around.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shambles.
I'm surprised Moylan was so careless to let himself run out of fuel like that.
Yeah, it was a bit nuts.
That track's a difficult one though, to be fair. Dutchface's time is going to be a 127.4, so that's a good time for those Inter tyres. And I'm starting to think that the times that are on the board now is kind of going to shape up the start grid, to be fair.
Scotty's spun. He's around where Rob beached it, but he's got it back going again.
To get out just before turn 12. So there we go.
Yeah, so it was a fun race. Yeah, but I had to go around the track with no fuel. So when did you, Miss Moylan, when you crossed the line, how much fuel did you have? How much would you have? Could I have beaten you? Because that's what I'm a bit gutted now if I could have beaten you. But I had 0.3 laps. On full power, so I don't know. I'm not too sure if I would have beaten her. It'd be a bit close. When did you run out? Because I think I would have run out quite soon, or I would have had to switch to like low power.
So, on that track, when I did the practice race, I realised you can.
Oh no way! It's 0.4, so it would have been a fucking low fuel race. I should have carried on.
You can do that track on between 0.4 to 0.5 if you're on lean and you short shift and you coast. I learned that from the practice race we did to see how much I could get it down to. I think the best I got it down to was a 0.5, but like...
What's this, sorry?
Around that track.
What? No, I'm sorry, what was you on about?
You can get around that track on about 0.5, but you have to be like short shifting, lifting and coasting and not full powering. I tried it in the practice race we did a few times before the Saturday.
0.5 watts. That's the
fuel.
Oh, you mean times 5 fuel?
No, 0.5 left.
Oh, I see what you mean. I do think we should.
You could probably do more, but Yeah, I'm gonna look into changing the fuel because I don't want the races just to be like I know it's strategic and tactical and it's cool, but I also think driving slowly all the time is fucking boring.
Yeah, it was fun having like a push. I think I pitted like 5 times. I think, but I think it helped that the pit lane was a lot slower. No, it's a lot quicker. Sorry, fast. It was a lot smaller pit
that's
lane.
it. What's annoying is offline you get your full so quickly, but online it takes years.
Yeah. And I think maybe something we should look at, maybe making it like a ×5 or times 4 is too much. You know, you've got to pit more than once. I think, or pit more than once.
Well, yeah, you need to have at least like 2 full pit stops or like 3 short for fuel pit stops sort of thing.
Yeah,
but
I think a ×5 will work out pretty well.
Maybe ×5 or something like that. We'll have to test it for next race.
Yeah. So this is first thing to always tester anyway, isn't it?
Well, it's a bit of a starter for everything, and you can always look at ways to improve it after that.
Yeah, so at the moment, everyone, let's have a look at what tyres everyone is on at the minute. Inters, best is Inters and softs. Like people are going out on Inters again. So, so Scotty's come out on Inters. He's validated his lap at the moment. It's out laps. It's fine. We'll stand by with Scotty, see if he can improve because he was a soft runner, I believe. A soft runner.
GGC keeps invalidating.
Must be struggling now. I had to go around the track at 30 miles an hour. Oh god.
Matt is going off at Old Trafford for his last time.
It would have been good. Hey, it's 3-0 by the way.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Actually, if I'd have known that, I'd probably carried on going and race Mrs. Moiler with no fuel. But here we go. So Scotty's going to start his lap now on Inters. We'll see what he can improve on. Bear in mind, he did a 1:27.999 on the softs, which has clearly been beaten by the Inters. I think it's safe to say that Moylan and James Owl are pretty safe.
I feel like Moylan, James Owl and Avi are going to be our top 3. I know Dutch Face got close on a 127.4, and it's possible that
ran wide there.
Avi could be pipped, but I think it's unlikely. I don't know, no, it's possible, it is possible.
Will be good though, if this how it stays, it'll be not only a DXT 1-2, but a Sheffield 1-2.
Oh gosh, can't have that. I mean, those 2 are going to be fine. James Owl's 126.9 is going to be fine, I think.
Yeah. Oh, validation from Scotty. He's got 1 minute to get around the track, which is enough.
Here we go. We have Simon coming around the last corner, and he's going to cross the line, and it is a 1:28.3. So keeps him in 9th place. But got that going. GGC hasn't invalidated yet.
Dutch Face
this could be promising.
Way off the track there.
What can GGC do now?
Have another look at tyre choices again. So Scotty's the only one that's kind of out of position at the moment because he's obviously on the wrong tyre. But I want to see if Dutch Face can do anything. I don't think, obviously, this lap's going to be a throwaway. He might be able to get around again. Erez has invalidated his lap, but he'll get another chance. He is slightly improving now, obviously, but we'll see what he can do.
See what GGC can do. He's coming around the penultimate corner now. The turn 16 sweep before he gets onto the straight, but it's going to be about a 1:28. 1:28.9. There we go. So at least he got a lap on the board though. He's been struggling, but he got that lap time in, so that's nice to see. It's not easy conditions.
So Chubb crosses the line with 18 seconds to spare. Wumax is retired.
So he's going to go again. Let's see what Chubb can do now. He's got. Ideally, he wants to maybe get above Erez, 1:27.6. Maybe even Wumax. You're going to want to gain a few positions. You'd like to probably at least get in front of Scotty. Scotty's half a second down according to this thing that just popped up, but sometimes that can be... Oh, he's gone wide. Is that going to invalidate? No, he ran far wide enough for it to not to invalidate. And Chubb is invalidated.
Oh, Scotty is currently 1/10 improvement, so these tyres
and Chubb has been pipped by Simon as well.
Oh, he has as well. I don't know how, because the timer had gone.
But he finished his lap and got across the line just in time.
Oh yeah, he was on his lap, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on his lap yeah, when it went. Yeah. So here we go with Scotty. Actually, this lap time's not looking too bad. Most people get around here, they're on about a 1:20. He was on a 1:19-ish when that came round, so probably about a 1:27. 1:26.9. Oh, pips! What did I tell you? I said Avi could be the one to lose out. And there we go. Almost pip James Owl there as well.
GGC has spun.
Good
so
time
that's
there.
not improvement. Chubb's
Errors
invalidated.
Chubb's invalidated.
That's it. Oh, Dutch face. Dutch face is on his lap. So his last one's crossed the line now is Dutch face. We'll see what he can do.
He's a little bit down
idea
at the
second
moment.
times. Oh, okay, he's down.
He was about a tenth and a half down. Had a little bit of a rear end wiggle as well, so this may not be enough to improve. But let's see what he can do. Can he pip Avi? Can he do what Scotty did?
What, he caught that very nicely there.
Yeah. Nah, this is looking a little bit too slow actually for him here. 24, 25. And he validated on the last corner. A 127.3. It was an improvement. Not enough. Got anywhere, but he wouldn't have got anywhere. But
consolation, he wouldn't have got anywhere. But there you go. Well done to Moylan and James for getting out there quick on the softs. Avi could have probably went out on the inters. Probably improved as well if Scotty got up there on inters.
I think it was one of those things where he saw the times and then saw it getting wet and he was like, that should still be enough. But Scotty pipped in there with a 126.9 and proved that those inters are actually quite nippy round here.
Who are Man United playing, by the way?
Brentford.
Brentford.
Yes, Brentford.
They're doing very well. There we go, your final standings for the top 10. Moylan will be in first, James are in second, so a DXT 1-2 and a Sheffield 1-2. Scotty comes up in third, Avi in fourth, Dutch Face in fifth, Rumax in sixth, seventh is Erez, Shimona is in eighth, Chubb in ninth, and GDC, who did get a lap on the board finally, was in 10th. Rumax is very good from him, getting in 6th place.
Yeah, it's a good qualifier. I mean, Wumax has been pretty quick. Erez has been quick too, so that's probably maybe a little bit disappointing for Erez, knowing what he has kind of been doing. But at the same time, in the changeable conditions, you know, it's tough.
And you can see there are a lot of changes from the softs to the inters.
Yes, it'll be the qualifying two, which will be interesting. Obviously, people that did the fastest time on the not optimal tyre that they might have wanted. Although I suppose it was wet, so I guess that kind of negates that, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So, we choose. They pretend on what they'd say, what they're going to get a free choice, because it's.
Well, it depends.
The way the F1 does work in real life is that they should all get a free choice, but obviously the game doesn't match to real life, as you can't even unlap yourself, which is a basic rule. So the guys that set on the dry tyres will have to stay on the dry tyres, and the guys that went on to inters will be having a free choice.
Yeah, most likely. We'll wait and see though. You never know. They could still. The game might just be like, oh, it was wet. They get a free choice. It might not be like, well, it was dry enough for them to set this time. They have to start on that. So it would
have been funny if I carried on with no fuel in the GT race. It would have been. It would have been the slowest race in the world. Oh, it's a shame.
There's quite a lot of elevation on that track as well, so you would have been screwed uphill mostly. It'd be alright when you get downhill, and you'd be like, yeah, the last little bit, you'd be like, yeah, downhill.
I still maintain that the Corvette is a very, very quick car. I was struggling to catch this car. Although she might have her niche. GT might be her niche. I would love to race Mrs. Car in the same car. See how we get on. I think we've got to do like a go-kart mini season or something as well. Between seasons.
There's a few things people might want to do, like a one-off sort of race, like go-kart race or some rally races, or like an endurance race.
So here we go. So tyre choices, well, tyre strategies are saying soft to medium, or normally it's a medium. So I think a medium soft to be a good strategy around here. But we'll have a look at what we're looking at. Telemetry that. Let's get the tyre choices up wherever I can find it. I've lost it.
Yeah, so Moylan's on the mediums, James Owls on the softs, Scotty, Avi, McDutchface, Wumax, Erez all on the mediums, Simon's on the softs, Chubb on the mediums, GGC on the softs, and everyone else from 11th to 18th are all on the mediums too.
Yeah, so we have got Dara, Hodzojo, and Johnny have all joined now.
Yes, so we've got a few.
They're in the wrong cars, but it doesn't matter.
We saw the speed from Dara last week, so we know Dara's got pace. And see how he can kind of cut through with that. And you've also got Johnny as well.
He has to keep a cool head.
And
that's all Dar needs to do, keep a cool head.
Yeah, just kind of get through and whatever happens, crack on.
This mind said, I am getting better at GT7, challenge accepted. I'm now worried now, because I think I might have put my foot in it.
No, I feel like, obviously, the more you play it, if this for everyone, the more people play it, the better you're going to get. Like, at the moment, it's just like, chasing Moyland.
Yeah, it is literally chasing Moyland.
It's just chasing Moyland.
But yeah, so it's a very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, no, I actually enjoy playing the game.
Alright, so there we go. So Moyland now entering the chicane for the final time in this, well, in the last formation lap he's ever going to do with that chicane, because like I said, a new game, it's not going to be there. I doubt we'll be racing Spain again. I think we've done it as well in GT, in TTFL.
Right, yeah, it has been done in TTFL as well.
So there you go. So we'll wait on board with Johnny Stokes as he comes round that final corner now. When are you free for this race? And do you know what, my ankle's a bit twisted now. It feels a bit sore, you know.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Like,
I'll be the referee. I'll join in and I'll spectate it. I'll commentate on yours and Hobo's race. It's a one-off race between you and Hobo with commentary.
Oh God.
Live stream it with commentary. Has to be a quick race though. I ain't commentating for like 30 odd laps with you two.
Yeah, there we go.
So here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's go, go, go. Good start there from Moyland. James Howe looks like he kind of struggled a little bit initially off the line, and he could get pipped into turn 1 by Scotty, but I think the soft tyres are actually going to save him coming through here. We have to bake a bit later, as you saw, and Scotty kind of backed out of that, knew that. I'll tell you what though, James was riding that curb, and that curb is a bit of a naughty one. So James is going to be looking to try and make the most of those softs, try and catch up with Moyland and even overtake him. Got a bit going on at the back here as well. Womax and McDutchface going side by side up turn 4.
Dara up into 9th already. Well, he's battling with 9th and 10th right now. He's storming.
Oh, that looked... Erez was deep on the brakes then, but didn't clip anybody. And Chubb is up to 7th. So good start from Chubb, good start from Dara. Oh no, Erez is round.
Erez gone round.
I wasn't sure if that was any connection or if he just lost a rear. I mean, that corner is notorious.
There was no contact there. I think he was just compromised his line because of
the line of entry. That's what screwed him up there. Oh no, Al Jadifa's got no front wing. So Al Jadifa has no front wing.
Is that got
GGC and Johnny are fighting out, and Johnny C. So Johnny Stokes is up into 12th now. So Johnny Stokes up 6, Dara's up 8. Dara's now chasing down Chubb, both on the medium tyres.
That's got to be the most positions gained in a single lap.
It is a lot. It's about to be an extra one as well, I think. I think he's going to be looking... Oh, it's 123 dead from Moyland. Dara is right on the back of Chubb here. Is he going to make a move up into turn 1? It's giving me some crappy view for it, please.
Oh, he said that he had a little look. He had a little look.
Had a little look, but Chubb covered him off. Yeah. So these two are battling it out.
Carl, he's up into 11th.
That's it. So Dara's still right behind Chubb. He's looking. He's just keeping it tight right now, and he's made it. Chubb runs wide. Chubb runs wide into turn 4, and Dara is through now, up into 7th position. So that's 9 places gained in the space of a lap and a quarter.
Oh, Zojo pitted as well, so I think he had damage as well during that first lap.
He may have, yeah.
So James Howe at the moment still keeping Moyland honest. Obviously, them soft tyres are definitely helping him out right now.
Yeah, but he's out of the DRS now.
Yeah, he has just dropped out now. So
yeah, 1.1 seconds, and Scotty is right on the back of him on those medium tyres.
Mistake there from James as well.
Yeah, I think James is almost trying too hard on those soft tyres.
Problem is, James needs to keep it calm. He's on basically different strats to everyone else. So his strategy there is a soft, medium, medium. He's not going to do a soft, medium, hard, so it's absolutely pointless. You might as well just stick to a soft, medium, medium. As we got Zojo spun and damage to his wing again.
We got Dara right on the back of Womax. Gets a really nice exit from the last corner there. On the run, down the straight, on the inside. It's giving me some... There we go, finally a good view. So up the inside for Dara, up into 6th position and chasing down McDutchface next.
Yellow flags ahead, which is Zojo, who's hit the wall again. He's going to have to wait, which could give him a disqualification because you don't want to reverse too much.
Waiting for a while.
But be careful, don't be reversing too much. You're going to be going the wrong way.
Booker's out.
Oh, he's in the pits. That's enough.
In the pits, okay.
Oh,
and Zojo's around again. He's still reversing.
No, he's still reversing. He's just trying.
Is that from the same place?
Yeah, he's just trying to keep his car from getting disqualified.
He needs to try and move. He needs to get the right way, doesn't he?
There
you go.
It's too late.
Oh, virtual. Okay, it's caused a virtual. So I like how it lets him wait for about 12 seconds, and then actually now virtual. Like,
yeah,
cheers, game.
That ain't gonna help him at all, is it really?
Well, yes
I
and
thought
no.
I thought he got DNF'd because disqualified because he ghosted.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I went, oh, here we go. But then it was a virtual instead of him being disqualified. It will help him out in the sense that he's not as far behind, but he also has a delta to go to. So it's...
Oh, James is in. James is pitting. Using this VSC to his advantage.
It depends when it's going to go green. That's what's going to be the biggest thing for him.
Well, the thing
you can't see when it's going to go green.
No, obviously no one knows at the moment when it's going to go green. But we'll see. At the moment, it's panning out okay because everyone's under the VSC. So a couple of guys are following him. Carl's come in. Simon's come in. 10-second penalty for Hanzojo for corner cutting.
Yeah.
VSC is still live as well. So
yeah, that worked out well for
James.
That worked out well. He's lost. I mean, if we go
That's
for...
a perfect stop. Look, he's up to full speed again, and the race is back underway.
He's only 21 seconds behind the leader as well. So that worked out really well for him.
Jump on board now.
I think it's about 26 seconds or something you lose under a full timed pit stop. So at the moment, if Moylan pits, he'll be behind James.
He will. He definitely will be.
However, he's not going to yet. He's on the medium tyres, but he's going to have to just go. I mean, James Owl is in a lot of traffic. That's the advantage Moylan has. Moylan has a clean track in front of him.
Yeah.
Dara's up to 4th place now, chasing down Avi.
Yeah, Rob as well, battling out for 8th place with Carl. Carl's in 8th place, so Carl's doing very well in 8th right now.
Go on, Carl.
Well, look at that at the moment. Rob all up.
Dutchface is right behind.
Oh, it's Dutchface, yeah.
Dutchface is right behind Rob.
Carl's actually pulling away from Rob. There's a little mini train falling behind Carl.
Dutchface here a little bit.
Little train.
Yeah, there is a bit of a train, but is that train properly from behind?
From behind
Carl, or is it from behind Rob?
Oh, Chubb and Womack going side by side. Chubb goes to 5th.
And does get it done, but I tell you what, Womack isn't letting it slide that easy. I don't think there's much he can do now. I thought he might be looking to try and get alongside him from here, but doesn't quite have it.
Again. Who's round? It's Lulu. DXT Lulu. Oh, Lulu swings it round. Rob and Dutchface are going side by side. So the Williams boy is losing places there.
That's it, but Dutchface gets the job done. Johnny Stokes is catching up with Womax, and obviously then you've got Chubb a bit further. So you've got Womax attacking Chubb, and Johnny's about to be attacking Womax. Now this could give Chubb a little bit of breathing room if Womax starts defending from Johnny. But let's have a little look, see what they're going to do. Dara's now just within the DRS of Avi.
Yeah, he's going to be looking at 3rd place very, very soon. As Rob has been overtaken by DXT James and the DRS straight at the back. Must have got a great run there. It's a very hard place to overtake, really, even with DRS. Lulu and Shimon have a little battle, and you can see there that the gap not enough.
Oh, Scotty with the fastest lap of the race, but it wasn't fast enough to cut down the gap by too much. Johnny now, DRS will be wide open. Little bit of ERS happening as well, but Womax has DRS as well on Chubb, so there's not much Johnny can do there. Just kind of sat in a bit of a DRS train right now.
Yeah,
Chubb's the one on the back. Dutchface has got Carl.
Couldn't do anything there. Oh, and also James
Carl's going defensive.
Oh, James
Carl lets him go.
Carl,
mate. Carl, if you're going to let someone through, at least full send on the next corner.
Yeah, James out again, forgot his helmet. Someone else has spun. Al Jadifa is round in the wall, doing pirouettes for the crowd. Oh, keep it steady, keep it steady. Hobo, where can I find out? What? Oh, actually, that's a good point, actually. I think
some probations are finished in the next few days.
Yeah, Nevo is in charge of probations, so blame him.
Alright, you're in.
Yeah, pretty much anyway, yeah. Done nothing wrong, have you?
Well, see, now it's me and Hobo. We don't have to conform to the dictator's decree, so we can actually decide people that we've looked at for fucking ages driving can join.
Yeah, so welcome to DXT, Mrs. Moreland. You heard it here first here on RPR.
RPR exclusive. Nothing to do with RPR in a sense, Woodward. Oh, there we go. Dara getting past Avi.
Yeah, another DXT member there. Obviously, he hasn't got the name change, but DXT Dara.
I'm unsure, you know. I think we spoke about this.
He's already passed.
It wasn't that. Do you not remember what I said?
No. Oh, yeah. I think I remember now.
So I'm unsure. Johnny Stokes there.
Oh, Womack's in the wall. Womack's in the wall.
And that'll be why. But he's still going.
He's going to lose
That's
a lot of places.
Where he's going to lose about 3 places. Is he going to get in front of Carl? I think he is, but Carl is actually going to be a lot quicker, and Carl's got Rob buff for company as well, and they're running around the outside, and Womack plays it very clever, actually. So.
Yeah, contact again from Lulu. Lulu's out. Lulu's out of the race. Lulu went side by side with Simon, and that's called a full safety car. Let me get a replay of that on my YouTube channel quickly. Let me run through that again. So, just a quick switch to him. It looked like Lulu and Simon were going side by side through turns 1 and 2.
Lulu has left the session. Yeah, Lulu has left the building.
Lulu is angry.
That's it.
Let me just have a look now. It's coming up now on my stream. Just seeing when Rob go past. We're going to have replay cameras. But there you go. It looks like we're going side by side and a bit of contact. It's hard to tell from that angle because I only got it for a split second. But big shame for Lulu there.
And Avi's actually back. Oh, okay, they're all pitting. That's why. Avi stayed out, takes the lead of the race. Moylan's in, comes back out. It should be in second.
Yeah, Avi stayed out. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Moylan's going to make it out in front of James Owl, I'm pretty sure. James Owl obviously coming down the pit straight.
This is gutting for James Owl.
Yeah.
Really.
I'll tell you what, though. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't...
drive-through for GGC.
Oh, that's big for GGC.
That's unfortunate as well. He was already back in 13th.
Oh, no, James Owl's
round.
That curb has messed him up there, and he's lost
Carl.
a few...
Rob as well. Oh, that's
Carl pit as well.
Carl's got to give it back.
Carl's got to give it back. Really? That's one thing I hate about this game.
And Dara has to give it back as well.
Dara has to as well. That's ridiculous, though. Like, if you spin and he was off track too, and it's just like, no, it's fine, mate. Keep
James is giving it back. James is giving it back.
Oh, no, that's completely, like, it's not James's fault at all. It's just how bad this game is.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's what annoys me.
Okay, now they're all taking the place.
They're all taking the piss now.
Chubb couldn't get away with that. Well done. That was well done from James, actually. Good. That was great.
Yeah, no, fair play. Fair play. Like, it was nothing on James's part. It's just the game being crap there. He spins, and then people overtake him because he's off the track, and then they have to give it back.
Yeah.
But there is one thing that's what James did. If you go off track, the only way to get people to unlap themselves under a safety car is if everyone goes off track as you're behind them. So if the person in front of you is off track, you can overtake them.
But you've got to trust the guy behind you as well.
Well, you have to trust people not to take the piss. Yeah.
Officially, you can change your name.
You can change your name as well. When I'm on my computer next, I'll go through the probation and announce the new members because we've had Lulu, we've had Craig as well.
Yeah, Craig, Lulu, Craig, Rob. I think I've done already.
I think Rob's been announced, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Rob's been announced. But there we go. So we're just waiting now for the safety car to be released. It's taken a while yet because Al-Jadifa is still quite far away.
So Avi. I wonder if Avi should have pitted though.
I think so.
8-lap although 8-lap old mediums isn't really the end of the world, and it's also meant people that pitted in have gone for hards, like Moylan's on hards, Scotty's on hards, and Dara's on hards.
Well, hards
so is Johnny.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they can get to the end, and I can understand that. However, I'm just not a fan of hards, which doesn't help. But another safety car, even a virtual, like.
Yeah, it's a tough call to make. Is it on Discord or you haven't got your game tag, have you?
On Discord, you change your nickname on the server, so you don't have to change your Discord full account. You can just change your nickname. On PlayStation, you share an account with Carl, so that will be trickier to do. And on YouTube, you know how to change your name because you've already changed it to Missy Moyland. Yeah. You can leave it as that if you want.
Well, that don't matter. Missy Moyland.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, if you want to be called DXT on your PSN, you'd have to talk to Mr. Carl. My voice is just gone. What happened there? God, that was weird.
I feel a bit sorry for GGC. GGC, that's fucking drive-through. They are absolutely brutal.
It's to lose so much time. Safety guys in this lap, so jump on board with Moyland and see the restart.
On board with Avi.
So Avi was played this clever, really. If he rushes these guys to get their, to the safety car, Because
he needs to slow him down so that.
No, he wants to speed him up, really.
No, you don't want to let the hard tires get too much temp.
Yes, I'm saying so you want to get.
Yeah, but if you go too slow, they're so bad. I feel like even going slow, letting them wiggle, they're not really putting much through through the put much heat through. He's slowing down still. Moylan's right on the back of him, though, almost pushing him round. And Avi's not thought about it yet. He's not thought about it, and he's gone now. I think maybe he left it a bit too late. Moylan was so close to him. Moylan just knew like he was going to go at some point then.
He's kept close. Him already as well. Look, slipstream and overtake.
Is he going to manage? He's going up the inside. No, backed out of it, but Scotty's right there as well, and Dara's going to be there waiting to sniff something out. Chubb managed to get past Rob on the restart. So did James. James should be disqualified for having no helmet. Safety first.
Yeah, definitely naughty boy. GTC serves his penalty there as well. No, he doesn't. It's a new wing.
McDutchface gets past Johnny.
It's a new wing for GTC. He's got to do that and a drive-through as well.
McDutch past Rob.
GTC is out of this race.
And then Johnny past Rob as well.
So GTC, Alex, is coming to the pits. He's had to change to a new wing, so that pit stop won't be served as a drive-through. So he's got to do another drive-through on top of that.
Do you know what they should do with say you have a stop-go, but you need to change a front wing. You should just have to wait like a pit stop time. You go into your box, you wait your 20-odd seconds, and then work can be done.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's the same. I mean, otherwise you do a pit stop, you come out. And you have to do it again. It's like a double dose, which I think you should be like, right, you go into the pit, you wait your time there. It's like a 5-second penalty, they wait for 5 seconds. Just wait for a pit stop time or more. But like, okay, if you pit under there, you've got to wait to 30 rather than 24 or whatever.
There we go, Mr. Moyland. DXT Moyland now got a good run on Avi, right behind him. But them medium tyres are just keeping Avi like just in front.
Yeah,
really.
He's still got more grip. Oh, he's running a bit wide though.
Oh, it's a mistake.
On that inner curb, and Moylan's coming outside, and Scotty's going to follow him down the inside. Around turn 3 now. They're side by side. Oh, a bit of a bump, and it's pushed Avi off to the track. I'll tell you what, Dara might be sniffing a chance, but I think he's a bit too far back.
He was 4 have gone, but look how close he is now, Dara.
Oh, Dara is trying up the inside though. He's going to have the outside line for this turn 5, but Avi's not having any of it. Keeping it onto the inside.
Look at that move from Dara.
Oh, is he done? Coming up now, that was around turn 6, so you got turn 7 and 8 right now.
Yeah, Rob.
Dara is on the prowl.
Rob and James, Rob and Al-Jadifa swap places as well, and McDutchface and James Al have had a little
Rob has lost a lot on these last couple laps. He's gone from like damage? 8th. He's gone down to from like 8th to 14th.
I can't tell if there's damage on his car or anything, but it doesn't look like there is. Well, you can't tell as Johnny Stokes gets past Carl as well. Carl's down into 9th place right now. They're all still tight. Look at this pack. Other than GGC,
yeah, Carl needs to pit though, unfortunately. Yeah.
DRS
is now enabled as well. So this is going to help. Wow, Scotty is just outside that mark though. He's kind of flirting with it. But Moylan's trying to get the job done to get out of that DRS. But if Scotty loses DRS to Moylan, then Dara's going to have a run at him next lap, or this lap I should say.
Carl right now is being attacked from all angles. He's got 2 Mercedes behind him.
This is like his dreams.
Oh, it's got yellow flags waving. Who is that? It's Al-Jadifa.
It's Al-Jadifa. He's right though, he's going again. I think he just dropped it. It doesn't look like damage.
Yeah, contact there from it's like Erez. No, sorry, Womax when he tried to make a move on Carl. No damage, no, but he got a bit towel happy. Bit of a fish towel as GGC is in to serve his drive-through now.
That's it. Big old train forming behind Carl now. You've got Simon, Erez, Womax, and even Rob.
Rob's catching up as well.
Joining the party as well behind this little train. And looks like Womax is going to try and have a run on Erez. Oh, but... Oh, what happened there? What happened there?
Erez straight lined it.
Yeah, but it's like he got caught out. And who's that round? I say James Al. James Al spun. On those medium tyres, he's lost it at turn 12.
Let me rewind your screen.
Well, because I was in the middle of them, and then you just see Womax dive in between them all. Was it just because people got caught out and were going slow? No, wait, sorry, it was Erez that went through, not Womax. Womax kind of backed out, but Erez, I don't know, did he miss his braking point? Because those guys were like, obviously almost not stopped, but going through the corner and just. I think he missed his braking point and then just saw the middle line and was like, I have to go through here or I'm gonna kill people. So in comes Erez now, new front wing, hard tyres on. Al Jadifa's lost it again in turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, yellow flags are waving.
Has managed straight into reverse, back round like nothing ever happened.
Simon got past Carl, and now Womax is right behind.
Yeah, and Carl's still holding on. Carl's actually now up to 8th after that.
Dutchface went in 11th.
That might be why Dutchface must have lost it as well.
Yeah, Dutchface had a bit of an issue there because he was up with Avi in 5th, so he's now in 11th.
He hasn't.
James Al's in 12th. So yeah, we knew that he had a spin as well, didn't James Al?
Yeah, James Al spun and had to pit.
Is going to go round the outside of
Carl, and Rob's right there as well, trying to hunt down Carl, trying to regain some of his places.
So Dara's also
Sector
we missed
1.
This. Dara's
that's
caught
GGC.
out. Dara's
he's got past Scotty, and there's Gap Scotty as well. So now Dara's trying to chase down Moylan, trying to get into that DRS zone. That'd be interesting to see if Dara can close that gap.
Here we go. The train has now been complete. Now we got. It's all back from Carl. We've got Rob under attack now from Dutchface. Both got DRS, but Dutchface has used a lot of overtake to get past.
Oh, look at the speed, and he might even get Carl into turn 1. No, thinks better of it. A little bit of a lock up there. Oh, Rob's got on that curb and was like, nope.
Great move
and now James Al's going round the outside of turn 3.
Oh, spinner. Oh, that's not
right round the outside of Rob.
Get out of the way there.
And Rob doesn't try that time to stick it up the inside. Probably very smart of him, to be completely honest. That would have ended badly, most likely. So we've got Carl there with McDutchface right behind him. McDutchface almost pushing him along now. Carl's still in 9th position, and he's got McDutchface and James Al and Rob all on his tail. James Al taking it easy though.
Dutchface really got this DRS.
I reckon a DRS here, but he's got James as well. But James is playing it very, very safe. Cut a couple spins and doesn't want to bin it again. Can be coming on the comeback. McDutchface, Carl defends to the inside, and is James Al going to try and go around the outside as well? I think he is. He's going to have the outside, but he's going to get the inside line for this turn 12 here, and gets the job done. Carl's on the outside and runs really wide though, and that could catch him out to Rob maybe. Rob a bit too far back, but has the DRS. But Carl's going to have DRS as well, which is going to be the problem. But next lap around, I don't think Carl's going to have DRS, which is going to give Rob the opportunity. He just needs to use this to close in and stay within the second to Carl. Yeah, but Carl's got it. Sorry, I meant Carl's got it. That's the problem.
Yeah, Carl's got DRS.
But next lap, Carl probably won't have it. He's already out of the 1 second. Dara now only 4 tenths behind Moyland, both on the same tyres. Dara's had a blinder this race, to be fair.
Dara's had a great race. GGC's there.
Or sector 3, GGC, yeah.
I don't blame him really. Blame him.
He's like in no man's land. That's pretty brutal.
No man's land and lapped already as well.
DRS open for Dara. Down into turn 10.
It's going to be a great battle now.
To gain. It's going to be an interesting battle. Scotty's 1.7 behind, but if anything happens between Dara and Moyland, Scotty can pounce on it still. He's still within that little gap. Chubb's in 4th. 3.5 behind Scotty, but 4.4 in front of Johnny.
Thing is, Dara would have pushed his tyres a lot more to get to where Moyland. He's used up a lot of ERS. He's now saving a bit now. Moyland is doing a lot better in management of it so far, so he's got that to use.
Yeah, he can save now behind. Being behind now with the DRS, he can actually save behind Moyland. Look at this. Look at the drag as well. Look how much he closes down that main straight. If he uses some ERS, he'll easily be able to punch it. But then obviously Moyland's going to be the one that can use it, and he's got over double.
Oh,
that's Al Jadifa again.
Yeah, sorry, Al Jadifa's
round top of turn 9. Yeah, that's a tough one because you kind of you always end up spinning out like right on the racing line. So you go round there and end up spinning, and you're just on the outside or inside, however you want to say it. So Rob now still half a second behind Carl. Hasn't managed to get past him as of yet, but still plenty of time left. James Al's still chasing down with McDutchface to Womax.
I think right now Jeff is annoying Dara because I can see his pit box is open. So trying to get him to pit. He's like, why would I pit? I'm on these decent tyres. What are you doing?
I'm on the hard tyres and like just behind the race leader. Why would he come in?
Yeah, seven lap old hards.
Does he have some... no, he can't have damage. Maybe he does have some damage. I haven't seen him hit anyone though.
It's possible, but yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to keep this close.
Scotty's got it as well.
Yeah, it can't be that then. It's probably because they switched strategy and it went on to hards rather than the lap time they were supposed to. So Dara's been saving a bit of ERS. Moyland has as well. So the DRS there just helping Dara stay within like half a second of Moyland. He gains so much down that straight with DRS. It's actually ridiculous.
Dara's a very clever driver. He knows that this is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Yeah,
so he's just got to sit behind, take his time. There's no rush. I wonder if
James is going to go for another set of mediums probably. Let's see, 12 lap old mediums. He's going to want to go. Yeah, he could probably do another set of mediums.
Carl and DXT, Rob,
he's going for hards.
Switch.
Okay. So James Owl's gone for hards.
Yellow flags are waving out Deepest round again. Out the way.
Well, his hards must be ruined. Yeah. I think he should come in and just get rid of that set. I think their rears are going to be way too burned out.
I think he's fine, but yeah, he needs to come in and pit. But the thing is, will he get lapped? Yeah, he will.
Well, I think if he keeps spinning, it's going to happen again, isn't it?
We've got Dutch face on the back of Womack. It's caught back up to Womack now after his little moment he had. Dara still behind Moylan, so we'll have a look at that.
Avi has taken these mediums 16 laps so far.
They can't be feeling good though.
No, they can't be.
Waving again. It's Dutch Deeper again. Wrong way.
That turn 1 and 2 has been his Achilles heel.
Yeah, and also turn 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and
1 to 16.
1 to 16.
Yeah, but turn 1 to 2, I think he's won 2 or 3 times
round is Dutch Face. Dutch Face is round again. All that work he done to build up to Womax, he's lost it all in one corner.
Yeah, now 5.5 behind Womax. And Womax is actually slowly catching up with Simon, but Simon's now catching up with Avi. So going to have DRS. I think Avi's going to try and take these so he can go to softs. I think that's Avi's plan. To be fair, Avi's not sitting too badly. And if he can get to softs, like you can probably get a set of softs about 10 laps, but he's going to need to take these. I've seen people do about 25 laps on mediums around this track. So it's not ideal, but
yeah, it's one of them things where Avi's on a complete different strategy to the rest of the pack. Like, does he fight this when Simon comes, or is he going to let him go? He's not to fight him.
Well, this is he's not going to want to pit now and put on hards really. I feel like that's counterproductive for what he's done. He needs to stay out. I mean, Simon's catching up with him, but I mean, I feel like Avi would fight. Like Avi, not someone who just goes, there you go. But it might get to the stage where if he's fighting too much and losing way too much time, he might be like, But he just needs to long them out. That's what he needs to do.
So
you've got people like Rob on the 17. Well, in fact, you got people like Rob and Carl as well who are on the same lap old mediums. So he's got them as a safety net. He's only got he's got Simon, Womax, and McDutchface behind him, all within if he pits, they're going to get him sort of thing. But I think he's relatively safe in terms of top 10 because there's people behind him that are going to have to pit.
He is defending it because he's using overtake to just stay ahead of Simon, so he's going to defend it. On that as well, we're just talking about using and...
Well, Simon's going to have to pit again as well. 14 lap old mediums, he's going to have to pit again. Yeah, so if Avi holds him up, then that's going to... Obviously, that actually benefits Avi in this case.
Yeah, so that's probably quite clever. Who's round? It's Rob. Rob's round. It's a clean spin, though.
Yeah, just all that hard work trying to get back past Carl. And drops it. That's unlucky for Rob. Yeah, but I mean, Carl and Rob both have to pit again. Rob looks like he's got a bit more pace than Carl around this track. So it's not to say that those guys can't. I think these guys are going to be doing the same sort of thing. I'm trying to think how many laps you want to get out of those soft tyres. Like, people are getting 18 to 20. They're going to get quite a bit out of those mediums. I feel like 13 laps on softs won't be pretty.
Oh, 1 second. We've got Simon and Avi going side by side. Avi made a bit of a mistake there. Simon's capitalised.
Yeah, Simon got through.
Great move. Jumping on board with Dara. Dara saved up a lot of overtake right now. He's on 60%, where he's actually beating. He's
actually got more than Moylan now. Been saving it up. Obviously, the DRS so strong. He gains about half a second in a DRS. It's ridiculous down that main back straight.
Yellow flag's waving again. It's Rob again. Again.
Rob's tyres have had it. See, spin out on tyres that want to spin them out, they'll be absolutely cooked. I reckon he should just come in for softs. His softs will be okay now.
And Avi's got everything by Womax as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Womax has looked pretty quick. Womax has been catching both of these guys.
Carl has on 19 lap old softs. So yeah, Carl's doing very well.
Yeah, Carl's long and he's out. Want to get to those soft tyres.
Yeah, Carl. I forgot to mention Carl actually in all this. He's kept it clean. He's had no real issues at the moment. No spins.
Well,
everyone around
he's kept people behind him.
Yeah,
he's kept people behind him for a long time. He's not really had too many issues in terms of that sense.
Because if you look earlier, behind him at one point was Dutchface, James, and Rob, and James and Rob are still behind him because they're making mistakes. Dutch Face only just recently got back past him again. They've jumped back on board with Battle for first again, because second, Dara is still right behind. But I think what the problem he's having is, Moylan's getting such a great launch at that final corner, and Dara is just too far back each lap.
Yeah, all these but look how much he gains with this DRS, right? And that's without using any ERS.
Yeah.
And Moylan's using a bit of ERS to help, I think, with that initial getaway out of turn 16. So, but if Dara has so much. All he needs to do, if he gets a nice little battery charge, use it on the exit along with Moylan, and then the DRS opens, you see how much he gains, and if he keeps it going because he has like an extra 25% over Moylan, then he'll actually probably just breeze past. But then Moylan could do the same thing.
I think he's going to wait until the last couple of laps where Moylan's going to have less time to save and react. Because right now, if a couple of laps time, like you said, Moylan can come back at him. So Dara's
it's not smart to do it yet.
Dara's not pushing. He's pushing Moylan, if anything. He's just making Moylan do all the work. He's like, do you know what? Use your tyres, defend, use all your overtake. I'm fine, mate. I'm sitting behind. You're just pulling me along.
Being behind Moylan though will be more detrimental to Dara's tyres than obviously Moylan's in that clean air. I know it's not completely savage in this game, but there is a slight difference. However, I mean, through here, I wonder, is he going to use any ERS coming through here? No, he doesn't. No, he's very healthy on it though.
Slight better exit than Moylan this time round, but I don't think again.
Dara he'll probably just be studying Moylan where he's quicker than Moylan. You can see how powerful that DRS is though. He closes right on the back of him.
Yeah, and he backs out as well every time.
Yeah, so Moylan's obviously we're looking at a 30% difference in ERS between Moylan and Dara in Dara's favour. And that's Avi there. Avi's in the pits.
Yeah, so is Simon.
So Simon's went. This is a good lap for Avi to pit. So Avi should be coming on these soft tyres. Simon's coming in for a set of mediums.
Yeah, Avi's on the softs, yeah.
And Avi's gone for softs. And this is good for Avi. Front wing as well, that'll be why he was struggling so much.
Yeah, you still had pace then, without the front wing. So it shows how good
some good pace. So he should be rapid on these softs. Scotty's all on his own, bless him. So's Chubb.
Yeah, in the last few laps, Dara and Moylan have just left him behind now.
Yeah.
So they're about to come up to a lap. I think that's
I think that's Al-Jadifa. Yeah.
So Moylan's a bit too far away to get DRS from him, I believe.
He gets Moylan's gone a bit wide there though. That's going to cost him.
That's going to cost him the position.
I think Dara's so close. He is way too close. I don't even know. I mean, he could back out of it, but
he's now pushing. Dara's going for it.
Cena made a mistake up the inside. Moylan's not even going to fight this. He knows he's messed up there, and Moylan's very low on ERS, and I think he almost needs his DRS to save his ERS up. And Dara's still so healthy on ERS. He can either try and use it to push away if he can clear that second, but Moylan's now in a position where he can save his ERS up, and Dara might have to use it a bit more. Actually, has to have a double bite of that cherry through turn 4 though. Yeah. I mean, it's not too detrimental right now. We've got Al-Jadifa moving out the way. Well, look at that.
That's not going to help Dara. Dara probably want him to stay out in front of him for a little bit longer. Is that Scotty round?
No, not Scotty.
I think it was. I think Scotty had something. Scotty's had a bit of an incident. 5.8? There was yellow flags flying.
Maybe. I mean, 5.8. It's not. Hasn't grown loads, but Johnny Stokes there. So I think the issue Chubb's got right now is Chubb's on 14 lap old mediums, and he's got to do another 10 laps, and Johnny's on the hards, which are going to get to the end, and his mediums are going to be absolutely tapped out in a few laps' time.
Do you think Moylan will contemplate pitting for softs?
No. Not unless it's a safety car or virtual. The thing is, right, he could pit for softs.
Oh, look at this, hang on 1 second, because Dara...
This is the thing.
It's the exit. The exit again, the Moylan's got a much better exit at the last corner.
Fantastic exit. DRS, and Dara, Dara knew this was happening, but last lap, Dara didn't have an option then to really overtake him. He could have stayed behind him, but I mean Moylan's got the lead again, and ERS wise, Dara is still healthier.
And he wasn't. Dara didn't have the best of laps either. Dara had a very mistake-filled ridden lap really.
The thing that's helping Moylan, right, and I don't know if you're watching. If you watch Moylan's ERS when he's using it in very clever places.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give anything away just for anyone watching. I'm not going to do Moylan dirt like that, but he's been very strategic when he's using his ERS. So even though he's got less, the places he's using it are so beneficial for him.
It's not gonna.
It's gonna make it really hard for Dara.
Oh,
he doesn't have to rinse it
on the lapped car there.
Obviously on Rob there.
Yellow flags are waving again. That's just because Rob's getting out of the way.
With the fastest lap of the race, 1:18.9. So I'm expecting to see a bit of a wiggle from Dara.
I want to see my money.
My car don't wiggle. That's it.
Fold.
My car. Yeah.
My McLaren don't wiggle. It turns.
It spins.
There we go. So again, they said that Dara just can't get the exit that Moylan can in the final corner.
This is why. Yeah, but this is why Moylan's been very, very clever.
There you go. So Moylan again will lead the race. Dara will just close in on him. It's gonna help as well. Rob, who's just gonna use the DRS from these guys, and just to stay ahead of Al Jadifa right now, who's just behind. So Avi with his fastest lap isn't going to get him a point at the moment. We're going to jump board with Chubb, who's just recently pitted for softs.
Chubb's pitted for softs. Chubb's looking very, very quick, and Womack just dives out of the way there.
He just folds into the pits.
I think the time you're going to lose on
as well,
at this stage of the race on these worn medium tyres is going to be too great, because the hards can just they're literally like never ending. 16 lap old hards just aren't worn, and people are switching to the softs now. Chubb's got 19 seconds on Johnny Stokes, but I can honestly see him doing that time, even though there's only 8 laps left. Like they're going to be, I feel like they're going to be so much quicker. Simon moves up to, he's on the fresh mediums.
James Al comes out just James Al.
Dutch face.
Yeah, sorry, Dutch face come out just in front of.
Dutch face is on softs as well, man. The Dutch face is going to be quick.
Yeah, Simon as well, also on the medium tyres. They're going to be feeling a bit. Well, they're fresh tyres, but compared to fresh softs, there's no comparison really. Let's jump back on board with a battle for first again.
Moylan didn't do it that time, but I think he's going to let Dara have this lap, so he can save, because he's low on ERS. Yeah, Moylan is trying to defend. No, Moylan was trying. Just the DRS is too strong. One thing I've realised as well, like the line Moylan takes through that final, like it's a fast line. Obviously, he cuts that sausage curve beautifully, and that's where he's getting most of his exit time. He straightens up so much quicker than Dara can, which is one of the things that he's doing to get such a good exit there.
Yeah, he's doing a brilliant job, these two right now. Like the gap between him and third is 7 seconds.
Scotty doesn't actually have an answer at this stage for the pace that these two are going through. Plus, it's also helping, like, they're kind of switching DRS. Like, it might be a lap or two, but then they switch again and someone else gets DRS. Like, they really are just pulling away. They're not really slowing each other down while doing it either.
Whoa! Fast to the back!
Who was that?
Al Jadifa's round again. No, I don't know how the hell he's still in this race with that. That was a huge impact with that wall. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes into to retire in the pits, to be honest. But there we go.
Al Jadifa does usually stick it out.
Oh, Moylan a bit up. Oh no. Moylan got
3-second penalty
on the curb too much, and it's leaving a 3-second penalty now. So that's really ruined him. As Dara goes fastest lap, so he's really pushing now.
Moylan's going to have to go all out now, to be fair.
Yeah, he has to now really.
He's going to have to get past Dara and then just pull away from him. He can't afford to sit playing these little games that he was playing now. This is going to completely switch up Moylan's tactics.
That's such a shame. It wasn't even like he cut the corner. He made a mistake.
It pushed him out wide, right?
Over. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem with that corner.
It just bounced him over.
It takes a piss, yeah.
The Altifa, like I thought, was retired in the pits, unfortunately.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he has had a. It's been an eventful race for Al Jadifa, but for all the wrong reasons.
The Dara from
Here comes Car now.
90% over ERS, he's now got 20%. So
he's rinsed it to try and pull away. He wanted to try and get out of the. Wanted to try and get out of the DRS from Moylan, but he hasn't quite managed it.
And now he's.
I know he's got Carl.
Well. But I think it's Dara now.
Carl gets out of the way. Well done, Carl.
He knows he's got this penalty. Let's have a look. I'll have a look on the penalty front of Dara. I don't want to announce it because
Dara must have a couple at least, because I have seen him run wide a couple of times in places where they would give you a warning.
It's close. Yeah. So one mistake from Dara, and
look at that line from Moylan though. That line for the last corner is fucking beautiful.
So it's really under Moylan's best interest to start pushing Dara to make a mistake.
Yeah, Dara's, like you said, he's flashing now. So I think Moylan might actually have to breeze past him. Dara's got the inside line. Moylan goes to the outside, and they're coming through turn one. They're side by side.
That's a clever overtake from Moylan there. That. Yeah, knowing he'll get the inside to the next two. That's really
nicely done. But again, Moylan's still at a disadvantage.
Yeah, he's still got that penalty against him.
And they both rinsed their ERS too. Like Dara could Oh, bit of a wiggle from both of them actually. If Dara decides to save, I mean, all he has to do is to stay behind in 3 seconds. You're gonna want to win it on track though, right? However, if he stops Moylan from saving, then Dara can breeze back past him.
All it would take is one mistake, and Dara's in the same place as Moylan right now. Like,
well,
yeah, keep it clean and keep it within 3 seconds. That's all he's got to do.
I mean, with the DRS as well, if he stays with that second, he'll just reel him back in on that back straight. Oh!
Twitchy again from Dara.
Dara is pushing. It's going to put him a little bit wide, but he's going to get a little. It's not too bad through that corner actually. You can kind of bring it back in. He just needs to keep it nice and clean.
But tyre life,
get too flustered.
The same amount of tyre life as well, so that's good.
Oh, Moylan's rear end going there. Moylan's doing what he normally does, but Dara should. It's tricky, right? Because the line Moylan takes in that corner gains you a good chunk of time, but he's also kind of risky if you mess it up, as we saw him with that. I know Dara was going to go up the inside. Moylan gives him some space, but thought better of it. Maybe it was just pushing Moylan off the line. Even if you disrupt people,
yeah, just
help
mind games. Just mind games they're playing now. But there are only 4 laps to go. Like, there's only so much mind games before. Mike Films said, "I agree, Alex." I'm guessing that is Michael. I don't know. Michael doesn't understand F1, so.
John Ford's in the chat. Welcome, John. Nice to see you and hear from you, buddy. Yeah, Chubb's doing it right. He's got those softs on, but he's not really closing the gap to Johnny like I thought he might be.
He's dropping now,
he dropped it back a little bit. I really thought he'd be reeling Johnny in. So the pace on those hards at this stage of the Grand Prix, very, very good. I mean, Johnny can't even really eke into Scotty's time, so Scotty's been very consistent. It's just these two guys out front here are setting a different little benchmark.
James Al gets past
Simon's really... Oh, he got past him, okay.
Bit of contact there, but no, nothing.
Not too bad. Avi's on those softs and catching up with Simon, so that could be... Give it another lap, that could be something to look into. So we've still got Dara and Moylan here, so... I'll tell you what though, both of them have been saving the ARS, not too shabbily.
Yeah, Michael, have a good night too, man. Nice of you to say hello. Do hit the like button.
Oh, look at Dara backing off. Look at that.
Yeah, he is. He's playing it clever.
Back off, downshifted. Oh, Moylan gets on that curve. Back end steps out. Yeah, he's slow up. You should have words with him, mate. He's letting you down, Ford. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie to you, John.
Yeah, he's letting the RPR. Right now, you're seeing a DXT lad lead the race. You're like, come on, what's going on? DXT taking over your own league, mate. Like, currently we're covering top and bottom right now. So right now, Moylan and Dara still like.
I thought Dara's back end was going to go way too far.
I thought he saw something else then.
Nah, yeah.
A bit of a moment.
He had a bit of a moment, but sometimes on that corner, that it just flips on its own. But it well held by Dara, lives to fight another day. And Simon and James Al. Simon's managed to get past James Al coming down the main straight with the help, obviously, the DRS so strong, but they're both low on ERS. Both are going to be flashing. So I'm not sure. James Al, I'll have to probably wait and try and get him again, but he's going to have to think of the laps coming now. You don't want to give Simon a go on like the penultimate lap. You want it to be yourself. Dara and Moylan now on the main straight. DRS wide
Dara's
open.
Turned it off. Dara's turned off his DRS.
Yeah, he has. He's not even shifted into 8th. He's going to let off now. Wait for it. Okay.
He's playing it very
kept
clever.
It a bit more. He wants it lap. He wants the next lap. He'll want it next lap. Actually, no. He want it on the last lap.
I don't think he wants to be pushed. He don't want to be pushed by Moylan. Because if Moylan pushes him into a mistake, like
especially if he gets a penalty. Yeah. Like, this is Moylan's to lose, right? Well, no, this is Dara's to lose.
Yeah, Dara's to lose.
Dara has to do nothing other than stay within 3 seconds of Moylan to win the race. It's not how people always want to win a race, right? You're going to want to win it on track, but you can't also say like that Dara hasn't got the pace to win this race. It's not like, you only want it on a penalty. It's like, he's had the pace, he's had his opportunities. Moylan's played it clever though.
It takes the pressure off Dara. Dara's got no pressure behind him. Like, he's not like in a rush
pushing Moylan. Yeah,
he's just like, do you know what? I can get past you on track. I've got the pace to do it, but I can also just sit behind you and win it. So I'm easy, mate. I'm easy. Just keep going.
So James Owl and Avi both got past Simon coming down that main straight down into turn 1 and 2. And now Avi on those soft tyres, even though they're 8 laps old, he should still be quicker than James Owl. So we're going to see Avi probably in the next lap or two make that move on James, and we're going to jump back on board here. Dara actually going into 8th gear for this one. got more ERS, and is he going for it?
He's not going for
no,
it.
Just makes Moyland do that.
The carbon copy of like 2 laps ago, isn't it?
Yeah, just making him take a wrong line, but he's run a little bit wide here, but he's kept it in the thing. This is fine. This is close enough. This is close enough. Anything else going on? Where's Avi compared to? So Avi and James Al, they're coming through turn 10. Avi's right on the back of James Al. We could see an overtake coming down the main straight. We'll keep an eye on the battle for first and second as well.
New DXD member, CJW, just said Moyland out in front. Surprise, surprise. But the thing is, it's not been Moyland's game. Time. It's not been Moyland's day today.
A bit deep. Right. Let's see what Avi can do. Coming around this final corner onto the main straight. DRS is going to be wide open. This will be his last chance. Second to last chance with some DRS. ERS on. James Al's also puffed on the ERS front. And Avi gets the job done. But just needs to hold on to it now. But James Al does actually have Simon for company. Simon hasn't dropped off. So that could see James Al lose another place. And here we go. It is last chance saloon, I think, for Dara coming down the main straight. He's very healthy on DRS, but so is Moyland, and now Moyland knows he needs to defend for his life. DRS wide open on the back of Moyland for Dara.
He saved enough, I think. He saved enough.
I think he saved enough. He's going to do it. Lunge down into turn 1. They're going to be side by side going through turn 2. And is Dara going to try and switch back? Has Moyland defended enough? Dara's going to try and get a better run through here. Moyland's kept it quite tight though, and Dara's running out wide. A little bit of a step out there from Moyland. Is he going to try and send it? No, he's not. He's going to wait. He still has a chance going down into turn 10 as well.
This race has really opened up now this last lap as Dara
Moyland defending the inside every single time, but he doesn't know.
He
spun it! Dara spun it, and all he needed to do was stay within 3 seconds. That's all he needed to do then.
Oh, Pride got over Dara. He just had to hang on. Pride got better of Dara then. He wanted to beat him on track. He took a different line. He's looking at him. He wanted to fill the mirrors of that McLaren. Takes that curve a bit too much,
and it's let Moyland off.
Oh, what a shame for him. And there's going to be bumped the back of Scotty. Scotty's got a penalty as well. He's too far back. But it just shows you, this is racing, guys. This is what happens in racing. What an unbelievable last lap. Moyland can now just cruise to the end. He's got 9 seconds. Get another penalty, why don't you? Adam, rack him up. But there you go. Moyland celebrating quite rightly as well. Great race from him. Dara, obviously his tyres are really overheating right now, so he's struggling a little bit. What a race from Dara.
All he wanted, all Dara tried to do then was to get the switch back so he could have the inside line for turn 7. That's what he tried, but he got too much onto the grass, and when that rear tyre went on the grass and he spun it up, that's when he lost it. And that is unfortunate for Dara, Dara is my driver of the day. Coming from where he came from, to put on a fight like that, there's other people that have done well, don't get me wrong, but the fact that Dara still got second, and should probably have had a first place to be fair, if he just stayed... fair enough. He fought for it. He just needed the 3 second, but fair play. He wanted to put on a show, and you got to respect that. Avi now obviously did get past James Al, so Avi will be coming home in. Oh no, actually he's got the penalty, and James Al doesn't. And in fact, he might drop behind Simon as well. He crosses the line, and James Al and Simon are probably going to pip him here. They do indeed. And then now we're on board with Woomax.
Woomax and Eris, bless him, has had a really bad race today, unfortunately for him.
It's
after that strange incident we saw when he straight lined it, does come home in 11th. The end of this session.
Points, and there we go with Erez.
Yeah, a big shame for Erez. I'm not sure what happened. I have to find out from the reporters later. But that was a race. What a last lap. Moyland said he really enjoyed that. Dara is the game driver day. But yeah, you can't argue with that. Dara was a fantastic drive. It was so unfortunate. Joe just said this need to perform like in TTFL on Sunday. TTFL on Sunday. You got 2 days. Either you got the league wrong or the day wrong.
He started a new league, didn't he?
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
It's copyrighted.
Oh, but what a race!
It would be better if you did on Friday.
What a race, guys! That's it. This is what we come to watch. This is why you tune in to watch RPR. You get this unbelievable race every single week.
So there we have it, the finishing positions. DXT Moyland bringing home the win there. Second place Dara, third place Scotty, fourth place Johnny, fifth place Chubb, sixth place McDutchface. Fair play to Chubb as well.
And fast lap McDutchface as well.
And also Johnny. Johnny side 18th. Well done. McDutchface 6th place in the fastest lap. James Al in 7th, obviously had a couple spins. Simon in 8th, Avi in 9th, 10th for Woomax, 11th for Erez, 12th for Carl, and 13th for Rob. And then we have the DNFers. We've got Al Jadifa, GGC, Lulu, Booker Bronco, and Hud Sojo. So commiserations for them. But well done to everybody else, and well done to the podium sitters. Driver of the day for you, Hobo?
Yeah, there's no question. The thing is, I'll give it to both. Like the mind games between Moreland and Dara were brilliant. But the thing is, Dara throughout most of that race we saw had Moreland on the back foot, really. Like, there was nothing that Moreland did that, other than the last corner, just the absolute strategic ERS management he was using, kept him ahead and kept him honest. Made Dara, he tried to make Dara use his overtake to get past, but Dara was a bit too wise to it. But like I said, it's just all about mind games in this, and I think that the both of them brilliant. You can't argue with it. It's no wonder Moreland's won the championship. But Dara, as I said, it's just unfortunate. It would have ended with a brilliant end to the race. He kept it clean as well, no penalties as well, which would have helped him win the race anyway.
Oh yeah, it's a shame. It was nice to see though. We had a good race on our hands for most of that, and he tried at the end. And it's one of those things. It happens in racing. Due to his wheel a bit too much on the grass, trying to get that switch back. Moreland places his car very well.
Yeah.
Which kind of led to that. So it's unfortunate for Dara, but still the great race, starting in 16th, coming home in 2nd. Johnny obviously started in 18th, coming home in 4th, so well done to Johnny. And Chubb started in 9th, coming home in 5th. A few good races out there. So yeah, well done to Moreland for winning, well done to Dara for 2nd, and well done for Scotty for 3rd. Scotty just Mr. Consistent there. Didn't quite have the pace to trouble the top 2, but didn't look like he'd losing that 3rd position at any moment throughout that race. So I think the biggest shame was probably James Al. Obviously, he looks like he had a bit of pace being up there, just binned it a couple times, and that's what cost him.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Next race, by the way, guys, is Hungary. So do tune in here for that as well. Will be streamed obviously on both RPR and DXT TV Live. For more racing, we've got the TTFL on Friday. That, fingers crossed, we'll have a commentator for that one. We'll then have the RPR GP2. We will see myself racing in that. Again, that'll be Hungary. And then we're back to Monday night again, which is Saturday night as well. Sorry, now it's new Saturday night. We've got the TTGT. Fingers crossed, we'll try and get someone on that to commentate. So if you're interested in the commentary, do hit us up for that. It'd be nice to get that on a comp season. But yeah, do you know what, guys? Thank you very much for racing. What a race! Thank you guys in the comments as well, just watching. Thank you, Alex, for being here as well. Just thank everyone, man.
Well, you're kind of just here, mate. So
yeah, I'm always about, mate. I can't get rid of me.
You are, because you do absolutely nothing. No, I'm joking. It's always a privilege commentating with you, Hobo. No, actually, that might not have been going through because I was on that thing. Okay, maybe now. So yeah, so well done to everybody taking part, everyone racing. Like Hobo said, don't forget the other races. You got the TTFL on Friday, the GP2 on Friday, and then a TTGT on Saturday, and then we will be back next week on the Monday.
For Hungary.
And the next track, is it Hungary?
The Hungarian Grand Prix.
Oh, there you go, for Hungary. So make sure you tune in. That is probably that's my second to last commentary next week.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you go.
I'll also be a year older by then as well.
You will be. It's Hobo's birthday on the 5th, so everyone wish him a happy birthday. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do it now. You can do it on the 5th.
On the 5th.
But if anyone's doing it afterwards, there will be hell to pay, as I've pre-warned you guys already.
Well, you can do it on the 6th when I'm racing as well. Don't forget, race on the 6th. So.
Nah, fuck that. You do it before, you do it on the day. Alright, that's it. That's the only options you have. But yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. We're going to go play some FIFA.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good night.
Night.